What's happening, everybody? I'm Keelan Bowens, and today I'm going to be talking to you about felony disenfranchisement. So, what's up? Let me talk to y'all today about felony disenfranchisement. Now, some of you might be asking, what is felony disenfranchisement? Never heard of that before. Sounds like it might be important. Well, in actuality, it is something that's very important, and it affects most American families today. So crimes are really broken into two major categories: felonies and misdemeanors. Where misdemeanors are usually the lesser known crimes, such as having an unregistered gun or certain tickets can actually cause you to obtain a misdemeanor. Whereas a felony, those actually fall into pretty specific categories. There are several major types of felonies. They're broken down into murder, aggravated assault, manslaughter, animal cruelty, vehicular homicide, larceny, arson, burglary. Now, some of these, they actually carry a lesser offense depending on what state they're done in and the amount of damage that was done, such as how much was stolen in a burglary or how much was destroyed with the arson with dealing with fire. Felony disenfranchisement, it really deals with my entire community. It deals with every African American community specifically. And this is due to the injustices being done and how 6.1 million Americans, as of right now, is actually probably more because that statistic was taken in 2017. But 6.1 million Americans are considered felons and are unable to even vote, which is absurd. It definitely affects all of us, especially in regards to positionality, and how it really builds a bias against anybody who has a felony conviction on their record. You're looked at as if you're the bottom of the barrel. You're a complete waste. We can't use your services because we don't know what's going to happen if we do hire you. Things along those natures. So it definitely affects all of us. And I want to see my community do a better job of dealing with this and making it a known issue to everybody, because people really try to walk over it and act like it doesn't really happen. But slowly and steadily, it is becoming a more mainstream issue. And one day, hopefully, it won't be an issue at all. So today we have Officer Dawkins coming to us and talking to us about her role. Officer Dawkins, are you there?
Yeah,
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Glad to hear you're doing well. Also, would you mind telling us your job and your title?
I am a probation and parole officer for the state of North Carolina. That basically consists of me supervising anyone who may be put on probation or anyone who may be released from prison into the community.
Oh wow! So you deal with people that actually get released firsthand.
Correct.
That sounds interesting. Are you familiar with felony disenfranchisement?
Yes, I would say so.
Officer Dawkins, in dealing with felony disenfranchisement, what do you think is the biggest problem with it exactly?
Off the top of my head, I can name three, which would be housing, employment, and then government assistance. I've seen that directly affect many of my clients.
Really? So, in regards to the government housing, are they not allowed to get any help with attending the house?
Well, if you are a convicted felon, you are not allowed to reside in any type of public housing. And I know firsthand that you are not eligible for any type of food assistance. And then, of course, as a convicted felon, and depending on how recent your felonies are, it's very difficult for you to find employment and decent paying employment so that you can provide for yourself and your family.
Wow, that kind of makes it difficult for people to make ends meet, don't you think?
Definitely, and I think that it contributes to the recidivism rate as well.
Well, Well, it was great talking to you, and I appreciate your words there. Felony disenfranchisement, something that really just doesn't sit well with me. In all honesty, it really bothers me because you're taking people who have done a crime, unfortunately. They've done their time, they've been released, and you're not allowing them to have normal American citizen rights that everybody else has. They take away everything. They strip you of the person that you were, and when you're released into the world, you're considered lesser than just an average person based off of one word: felon. In addition to not being allowed to serve on a jury in most states, felons are also not allowed to apply for federal grants or state grants, even for that matter, which are basically what's needed in order for you to pay for school. I mean, it's not expected that a felon who's been in jail for 10 years plus gets out and he has money sitting around just waiting for him to attend school if he wanted to do that. They're not allowed to live in public housing. They're not even allowed to receive federal cash or grants, any type of assistance whatsoever. Food stamps, social security income, none of that. Everything is taken away from you just because you got a felon. Okay, well, that's everything I have about felony disenfranchisement. And man, there's been a lot of information that I've learned about this topic over the last couple of weeks. And I just want to thank everybody who's helped me, everybody who has lended an ear or any type of advice, especially Officer Dawkins. She came out on Easter Sunday to take time out to actually give me a phone interview, especially with all of this COVID-19 madness that's going on. And I really appreciate that. I just want to reiterate that this is definitely something that needs to be addressed. It just has to be addressed. And I feel like learning about interdisciplinary studies, we're going to have to use that in order to address this issue, because we're going to have to look at it from multiple ways and do multiple different things in order to address this issue completely and get rid of the disenfranchisement altogether. So everybody is treated equally, and we won't have to worry about this in the long run for our children. Other than that, y'all stay blessed. Have a great day.